we talked about that in terms of your setup was your distance from the golf ball. Okay, if we look at where that club goes down there now, just that sort of that rock forward there, you can see that there would be actually okay, but that sort of tip forward with the weight going onto the balls, your feet there, it just gets that club much too far from the ball. So look at the gap there between there. That's how much you've moved in, probably over maybe 3 or 4 inches. It feels like, I say, a massive amount when you're like, oh, I've got no space, but in reality, that there with your arms hanging down here is great. Okay, get yourself lined up again, fundamentals and basics. Okay, ball position and club face position, and the body alignment. Things are going to be lined up to where you want the ball to go. Okay, if you're aiming over there somewhere, the club's going to come from in here. Then you're relying on hand action to try and do that. And then with 10 degrees of loft, mate, you might get it right, but play it as infrequently as you said we are at the moment. It's going to be very, very difficult to control that on a regular basis. And when you get it wrong, the speed that you have in the swing, that is just a lost ball. It's in a tree somewhere or snap hook somewhere, and then that goes back in the bag and comes for a walk for the rest of the round. Okay, so we can get that body and stuff lined up a little bit more on a squarer basic. I mean, if you look at that one there now, I would say just the buckets in relation to your arm, you're kind of more in that position, going to the edge of the trees there, where that is more on your toe line there, and then that's kind of where you go in there. So you've moved it round a good sort of 10 or 15 yards. That to me is down that sort of corridor, the 200 sign black and white stick kind of area where you want to. Okay, so this one on the left, we said, club was coming in, getting a long way behind and across the line. This one here now, when we go back, still a bit on the inside, but because you're actually aimed further left, inside now is not as far inside as you were. If I just turned your body this way, the club in effect would be back behind here, behind you even further. So by just moving yourself at start position, it actually changes your sort of path direction in some ways anyway. So then top of the backswing, a little bit across the line as we said, but that's going to be something you'll get as you start tweaking. That's probably more next lesson. We're going to tweak this with the backswing, but in terms of this transition, getting that feel on that club, that there, at least we can kind of see the club now kind of more on the line of your knees, whereas this one here now, when he comes in, he's a bit further behind you, and the hands again further out here. You're just having less control. You reach for the golf ball, you got less control from the golf club. If we can get that club kind of more in front of you, so the club can return back, getting a better strike. Now we've got a chance for that club to swing up and left, as we said, so you're releasing over your left shoulder there. By twisting and releasing the body, we're not trying to roll the arms. The chest and the arms release the club to target, not your forearms that undermine ours, trying to fold and flick over and just create no sort of consistency whatsoever. Okay, and then we finish under target. The sensation that you're swinging around that left heel a bit more, whereas this one here now is sort of trying to save out to the right there just a bit further. There's less rotation, the ball's going to be going that way, unless you, as I say, flick your hands on it. Use it once or twice when you're playing regularly, it goes well. But then you get one bad stroke, Croydon, let's not go, let's go over there somewhere. He's back in the bag, game over. So if you're on the range, even though they may feel like you're coming over here somewhere, if the ball's just going straight up there and cuffing off to the right there, a pretty good chance your pass going to be coming from somewhere here on the inside and just starting out there. Okay, if your ball was starting at the 100 sign and slicing, then it's a massive path issue. But you're not, it's more club issue. If your club is just going straight this way with the ball out this way, it's all to do with your path. And it's used to coming so far on the inside. That's almost instinctively how you hit a golf ball, rather than kind of more out in front and over this left shoulder. You're more in to out, as we were taught years ago. Swing in to out, swing in to out. That is your draw. Well, we kind of worked that now through TrackMan and magic devices. It's not the case in point. Okay. So alignment, tweak that a little bit. I think we'll look at sort of top of the back, a bit more detail next week, probably with some of the irons and stuff. Get work with that drive if you can do, but get that club feeling like it's sort of swinging over towards the 100 sign, and that will give you kind of more that flight rather than the one that's just exiting right. Exactly. Okay, makes sense. Good.